Hey guys, 10 o'clock. Gonna hear the clock here in a minute. Oh, there it is. And we're about 78 in the garage. Real windy day out today. And I'm back from the paint store. There's the blue. That's the clear they recommend. I was talking about the clear that Anthony used, the wet, and they recommend this stuff. So, seeing how this is all new and I'm used to shooting single stage, I went with theirs. I got 2 gallons of clear. They said hammer 4 good coats on it. This is the white. This is the pearl. Hardener for the clear, reducer for the blue. My data sheets were set. So, talking to the guys down there at the paint shop, and what they recommended me that I do is jam the car, get it all back together, lay it out the way I want it laid out, and everything, and then get the stripes laid out. Before I paint the blue, paint the stripes. Use the stripe kit I got. They said that way you don't have to worry. This primer is well enough dried and cured. That way you don't have to worry about that kit pulling the paint. And they said paint the stripes. They said get 2 coats of clear over the stripes, and then let it dry. He says you're still not required to anything. He says just let it dry. He says take your and he says then wet sand the stripes with some 1200. Mask it off and shoot the blue. Put 4 coats of clear on it. But before you put the clear on it and you pull the tape off for the stripes, they said all masking tape, pretty much fine line tape, everything has bleed through. He says this way you can take a little bit of lacquer thinner and clean off the bleed through off the white stripes. And then it'll look good. So that's the way they do it, and it sounded pretty good to me, and so that's the way I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and do it, unless anybody else has any suggestions out there. Then once you get it all demasked with all the masking tape off, then he says 1 coat light, and then just start pounding it and making sure it flashes a good 15 minutes. He says go by your masking area and check and see. He says you pull it up and it looks like a spider web, it's time to start hitting it again. So that's what we're going to do. So that's where I'm at. Let's see, I got a mail call also. Larry Z, 24. He's doing a 57 Chevy. He's got the engine out and he's working on it, putting it back together. He sent Hardly Dangerous Illusions, which are the bullet holes. I guess we'll stick those somewhere. Larry, thanks for your sticker. A little note from him. Let's see, Larry, I think we'll put your sticker right up in here. Start another row going across here. And you Dizzy, buddy, this is nothing against you. I know you're a Patriots fan. Last night on the news, they were talking about the Deflategate again and how who's responsible and who's this and everything else. And here's the kicker. It's how that they're speculating that Brady's going to get suspended. And because it's all pointing to him being, they don't have any evidence, but everything's pointing to him that he was responsible for it. So then this started floating around. So, I don't know. NFL, not for long. So I think it's totally funny is that all of a sudden 3 weeks before the Super Bowl, we didn't hear anything more about Deflategate. And then now that the Super Bowl's done and over with and the draft is over with, all of a sudden Deflategate comes back up in the eye. I think the NFL just wants to be in the news front, so because their season's so short that they just want to be constantly in the news, so they come up with stuff. I don't know, but yeah. So today is going to be a slow, quiet day somewhat. I'm going to finish I'm going to pull this car and bring it over a little bit more. I'm going to finish masking off the back. I'm not going to mask off the satin black areas. I want to let those cure one more day, so we'll probably do that tomorrow. Get this all masked off and get the trunk ready to jam. You got a little more wet sanding to do, so we'll sand it and wipe it down. This is all done. I got to sand this area here, and the other side is masked. And like I said, as I get bored sitting watching TV, and I just come out here and start masking stuff off, getting ready for the next phase. It's supposed to. We got a front coming in. It's supposed to be dropping temperature. Tomorrow is supposed to rain. Saturday it's supposed to rain, but they're speculating that the front might blow out on Friday, and Saturday we start getting back to normal. If that's the case, then I'm going to go ahead and jam this area and this area, and then start taking the front apart and getting that ready. So I suspect painting will be all next week, give or take, and we'll go from there. This is all new to me, guys, so you'll learn as I learn as I do. So, well, anyway, you guys have a good day. This is it for this video. Later.